No matter how fast the Flash runs, there are some dangers even he can outrun. A storm is coming to Central City, but this isn't just any storm, it's a Speed Force storm. And with every lightning strike, new speedsters are born. Some will become heroes, others will fall into darkness. But Barry Allen knows one truth. When the Speed Force chooses, it doesn't always choose wisely. The sky above Central City rumbled with unnatural thunder. Lightning split the clouds, but it wasn't ordinary lightning. Each strike glowed with crimson and gold energy, and wherever it landed, a person was changed forever. Dozens, no, hundreds of people across the city felt the surge of the Speed Force flow into them. Barry Allen, the Flash, was the first to sense it. His connection to the Speed Force screamed in his chest like a warning siren. "It's happening again," he whispered, remembering the last storm that created Godspeed. Cisco and Iris tracked reports, civilians suddenly running faster than cars, criminals vanishing in blurs of motion, and even children vibrating uncontrollably through walls. Chaos erupted. Barry raced into the storm, pulling people to safety, but everywhere he turned, another new speedster appeared. Some were terrified, begging for help. Others laughed, drunk with power. One in particular, a young man named Marcus, looked Barry dead in the eye as lightning crackled around his body. "If this power is mine, why should I listen to you?" Before Barry could answer, Marcus blurred away, faster than Barry expected. And in that instant, the Flash knew. This storm wasn't a gift. It was a test. Over the next week, Central City was unrecognizable. What used to be random muggings turned into high-speed crimes. Banks were emptied in seconds. Police cars couldn't keep up. The city called on the Flash for help, but even he couldn't be everywhere at once. Barry sought out the new speedsters, trying to train those willing to listen. Some, like a teenage girl named Alina, showed promise. She wanted to help, to save people. But others, like Marcus, had darker ambitions. With his newfound speed, Marcus declared himself the future of Central City. He recruited reckless speedsters into his gang, the Crimson Bolt Syndicate. Meanwhile, Cisco warned Barry of something worse. The Speed Force storm hadn't stopped. It was still growing, unstable, threatening to tear apart the very fabric of reality. Each new recruit pulled from the storm made it weaker, angrier. "Barry," Cisco said, "if we don't contain this, the Speed Force itself might collapse." Barry's burden grew heavier. Train the willing, stop the dangerous, protect the city, and prepare for the storm's true cost. Desperate for answers, Barry entered the Speed Force itself. Inside, it was a chaotic battlefield of swirling colors and broken echoes of time. The storm had birthed a dark avatar, an embodiment of the chaos called Vortex. It whispered to every new speedster, "Your power is yours alone. Use it. Take what you deserve." But worse than Vortex's influence was betrayal. Alina, the girl Barry had trained, stood beside Marcus in the Speed Force, her eyes glowing with golden lightning. "You don't get it, Barry," she said. "The Speed Force doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to us." The revelation shattered Barry. Someone he believed in, someone he trusted, had been swayed by the storm. And with her knowledge of Barry's teachings, Alina helped Marcus grow even faster. Fast enough to finally rival the Flash himself. As Barry barely escaped the collapsing Speed Force pocket, one thing was clear. The final race was coming. And the finish line could decide the fate of reality. The storm reached its peak. Central City shook under the weight of 1,000 speedsters running wild. Lightning rained from the skies, tearing buildings apart. Marcus and Alina stood at the heart of the chaos, channeling Vortex's power. "We'll build a new world, Barry," Marcus declared. "A world where only the fastest survive." Barry's team gathered Cisco, Iris, and even a few reformed speedsters who refused Marcus's darkness. Together, they launched one final plan. Barry would challenge Marcus and Alina to a race, not just through the city but through the Speed Force itself. The race began. Skyscrapers blurred past. Oceans parted. Time itself bent. Barry pushed harder than ever before, but Marcus was right there, step for step. Alina's betrayal cut deep, her strikes nearly sending Barry spiraling into nothingness. At the last second, Barry remembered the truth of the Speed Force. It wasn't about power. It was about connection, about hope, about love. Channeling the memories of his mother, of Iris, of every person he'd ever saved, Barry surged forward. A final burst of lightning erupted, pure and white, cutting through Vortex's corruption. Marcus and Alina were thrown back, their powers stripped away. The storm ended. The sky cleared. Central City stood, battered but alive. Barry stood alone on the street, chest heaving. Another storm survived, but as he looked to the horizon, he whispered, "The Speed Force always tests us. And one day, I may not be fast enough,